The Fast and Furious 9 trailer that hit global shores this week has once again reminded us of the massive fan base and unabashed love it holds across. While everything is nostalgic with the franchise, the void that late Paul Walker left haunts us with each passing film that doesn't have him. But do you know his character Brian OConnor is still alive in the Fast and Furious timeline? In fact, if the recent revelations from the Fast and Furious director Justin Lin are to be believed, Paul Walker's character Brian OConnor is very much alive and you may see some references to him in the upcoming Fast and Furious 9. Let's dive into the detail to know what Justin Lin had to say about this. The Fast and Furious 9 franchise is in fact Vin Diesel's blockbuster series. But Paul Walker's Brian OConnor was arguably even more important. He appeared in 6 of the first 7 movies of the franchise, but who knew that the biggest tragedy would befall the Fast and Furious franchise in the form of untimely death of Paul Walker. The sudden departure of the actor changed the Furious 7's ending and delayed production after losing one of its main characters. The Fate of the Furious was the first sequel made after Walker's death and built on Furious 7's ending where Brian retired from being part of Dominic Toretto's crew. But recently, the trailer for F9 briefly showed Vin Diesel's main character Dominic Toretto watching footage of Brian with his child. In an interview with EW, the director of Fast and Furious 9, Justin Lin, confirmed that Brian is still alive, and he will have a part to play in the planned final trilogy of Fast and Furious movies. He said, "Yeah, that is a constant issue and something I always want to be respectful of. The fact that Brian OConnor is still alive in this universe needs to be acknowledged. We're treating F9 as the first film of last chapter, and at some point it is something I think about and how we can really show his presence, but in a respectful way. So it's always ongoing. I feel like in 9 we've done it in a way that I feel good about. But as we go into trying to wrap up the saga, it's something that I will continue to always be thinking through." The question of what to do with a role after the actor who made it famous passes away is one that franchises have long struggled with. From Black Panther to Fast and Furious, Walker's final appearance in the latter series was Furious 7, where Dom and Brian bid each other farewell on the road before driving away in different directions. An actor was hired to portray Walker in the scene, with the late actor's face superimposed digitally later on. It remains to be seen if a similar method will be used when and if Brian returns to the Fast and Furious family in the upcoming installments of the series. For now, F9 is set to introduce John Cena in the role of Jacob Toretto, Dom's estranged younger brother. In a past interview, Vin Diesel had stated that he felt as though Cena's casting in the film had been arranged by Walker himself. "I remembered John Cena coming into this Dom shrine that I had where I would kind of go to meditate and train, and start getting into that Dom state of mind. And I remember John Cena coming in and, call this crazy, but I remember feeling as though Paul Walker had sent him in. I remember talking to Justin that night and saying, my gut and my heart feels like this was meant to be." Although Lin confirming Brian is still alive during F9 should bring fans some relief that another send-off of the character isn't right around the corner. The idea of bringing Brian back without Walker actually playing him might not sit well with the fans, but Walker's brothers have said they'd like to see Brian return. As far as F9 is concerned, there could be an easy explanation for Brian not being with Mia, Dominic Toretto, and the rest of his team. Mia is involved with the current mission because it involves her and Dom's secret brother Jacob. However, Mia and Brian have started a family, so Brian could stay at home with the kid instead of going with his wife. There are other possible explanations, but F9 could follow the Fate of the Furious' example and only allude to what Brian is doing instead of being with the team. Thankfully, F9 won't force viewers to say goodbye to Brian OConnor for a second time. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. What are your thoughts about Brian OConnor being alive and being part of Furious 9 universe? Tell us in the comments. Also, make sure to smash the like and subscribe button for more such engaging content in future. Thanks for watching!